Hello, my name is Dustin Rodriguez, and this is my oral presentation on Heidi Rosen's network and influence. Today we're going to be talking about the advantages and disadvantages of Heidi's network, and also offer a little advice based on the readings and video in the module. Heidi Rosen's extensive experience has led her to develop and maintain a large network of colleagues and friends. This network has created numerous relationships and garnered large amounts of success. Ms. Rosen's network was built on numerous strengths that included a foundation built on strong working relationships and valuable experience that money cannot buy. The way she approached these relationships is the reason why her network was not only wide, but also strong. Her genuinely nice personality influenced the way she interacted with people. She showed every potential connection respect. She read almost every proposal that landed on her desk and was consistent with everyone. Ms. Rosen made sure to reply and follow up with each and every connection she made. She invested time and willingness to get to know people, not only powerful individuals, but also the more interesting ones. She simply liked to know and be friends with good quality, talented people. This commitment is what made each relationship so strong. Ms. Rosen's network was also strong because of her use of constellation networks. At one point of her career, it was almost impossible for her to keep solid relationships with everyone in her network. Instead, she kept a strong relationship with a tight circle of people. Her strong relationships with these people allowed her to tap into their networks when she needed, thus expanding her network even further. Although Ms. Rosen's network was built on many advantages, it did also have its disadvantages. For example, the size of Ms. Rosen's network could be a hurdle for her as well. Having to keep up with so many relationships can be a difficult task, especially being the type of individual Ms. Rosen was, who replied to everyone. Maintaining so many relationships can be very difficult. This can take a considerable amount of time, which cut into other places of her life, such as her work and personal life. I think another disadvantage of Ms. Rosen's network is the fact that she mixed business with her personal life. She often worked with people who were family and friends. In one instance, she was the board member of a company that was run by the father of her children's friend. Her personality made it difficult for her not to be friendly within her network. This could lead to requests and favors that may make it difficult for her to make. Based on the readings and video in Module 5, what advice would you give Ms. Rosen regarding influencing others and adjusting and maintaining her network? In Ms. Rosen's new role as a full-time venture capitalist, it is important for her to understand that the influence she has on others is important to maintain and adjust her network. After reading Give and Take and watching Adam Grant's video, I feel I can offer Ms. Rosen some advice to help her out. Ms. Rosen was a generous professional who helped others whenever she could. By being what Adam Grant described as a matcher, Ms. Rosen believed in a tit-for-tat type of relationship. She would never put individuals together who could not help each other out evenly. The book and video also described her as being a giver. Adam Grant describes a giver as someone who prefers giving more than they receive. By being a successful giver, Ms. Rosen would be able to maintain her existing network while still remaining the same individual. A successful giver usually gets what they want when they ask for it. This would be important for Ms. Rosen's new venture as a venture capitalist, as she could potentially need favors for future dealings. Another bit of advice I could offer Ms. Rosen after reading Give and Take would be to avoid getting exploited. Givers' willingness to offer help to others can make it tempting for others to exploit. Her widespread network heightens the possibility of potential exploitation. Successful givers need to know who's likely to manipulate them so they can protect themselves. By weeding out those in your network who could potentially take more than they give, Ms. Rosen would be able to maintain a solid network. How to build your network. As Ms. Rosen became busier, she focused less on her personal life. As a result, her and her husband stopped hosting dinner parties. These dinner parties included diverse individuals from Ms. Rosen's network who were able to connect and build relationships. After reading the article How to Build Your Network by Brian Uzi and Shannon Dunlap, I would advise Ms. Rosen to start having these dinner parties again. According to Uzi and Dunlap, these dinners, or as they described it, shared activities, are very important to developing trust between individuals within your network. During shared activities, one can observe people in a wide range of situations that showcases unscripted behavior and natural responses to various situations. Responses in these shared activities don't show up in the boardrooms or on conference calls. Because these responses are spontaneous, they are more likely to be perceived as genuine. This opportunity to be authentic with others is a main component to developing trust, thus a stronger network relationship. Ms. Rosen's network and expertise tells us she is a very influential person. Influencing others within your network can be an advantage when done in the correct way. For example, the way one conducts business can influence others to make similar decisions. As mentioned in the article Harnessing the Science of Persuasion by Robert B. Cialdini, he states that human beings rely heavily on the people around them for cues on how to think, feel, and act. I would recommend that Ms. Rosen use this influence to strengthen not only her network, but the network of others. One way she can do that is by preaching the act of reciprocity. In simple terms, Cialdini describes reciprocity as to give what you want to receive. As Ms. Rosen believed in this concept, as she was more likely inclined to connect individuals that benefited equally from each other. She also lived what she believed and helped as many of her connects as possible, with the understanding that it would be paid back in the future. By influencing others to believe in this concept, the lengths of her network are endless. Thank you for listening to my presentation.